His Royal Highness King Charles gave his very first televised speech to the nation, and I don't think anybody could have not been moved by his stirring words. But as ever, what went on behind the scenes? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London, and as ever, thank you so much for joining me in this really difficult time. I also want to thank you all for your kind comments about the suggestion of the movie Wicked as They Come, starring the beautiful Arlene Dahl from 1956. So glad many of you found it, so glad that you enjoyed it. Yes, gripping, isn't it? And it's just a modern day story, even though it was filmed all of those years ago now. You know, when you think about it, a woman climbing to the top, using those feminine wiles, but of course, very clever, as all women are. We all know this, don't we, guys, that women truly rule the world. We just hop along at the side, hoping for a few crumbs every now and again. Oh, come on, you know I'm right, truly. You know, this is the third British Prime Minister we have over here in the United Kingdom. Don't tell me women don't rule the world. Of course they do. Am I right, girls? Yes. Back as ever though to your breaking roll story of the day. This particular story is heartwarming because, as we saw, Prince Charles addressed the nation, the world, from the Buckingham Palace drawing room. His very first, of course, is King Charles III. Sterling words, in fact, you know, and really nice to hear him speak so warmly and affectionately of his late mother, Queen Elizabeth II. Of course he would. He looked very tearful, didn't he? And the thing with Charles is, you know, he does wear his heart on his sleeve. He's an emotional guy, and that's why these attacks on him from his youngest son, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, really do hurt. They just hurt, you know, you can understand that, can't you? But for him, you see, he wanted to make sure that his first address was from the Buckingham Palace drawing room, and this is the reason why. According to a very good source who was instrumental in putting all of that together, very good media source I might point out, not only was Prince Charles very emotional prior to setting off to record this particular interview, but it's the scene of where his late mother, the Queen, recorded so many of those very special Christmas broadcasts. And as a child, Prince Charles, King Charles now, must get that right, was allowed to sit in on occasions and watch her in awe. He was fascinated, you know, by the very early television cameras. And according to that good source, the reason why I picked that room and that particular area and time was he simply wanted to feel the presence of his mother guiding him at this very special and difficult time. Now, I don't know about you, but I do find that incredibly moving because, as we all know, whichever way you look at it, our wonderful monarch of 70 years guided many of us through so many things. And isn't it nice to know that her son, her eldest son, who is now the king, is still being guided by her in these very difficult times? You would have to have a heart of steel not to think that that is a very emotional, but more importantly, true story. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.